I'm Nolan Dalla. Today, we're going to talk about movies. Going to the movies. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this video. I really don't. I don't think I've ever been as pissed off about what's playing out there at the movie theaters in the summertime as I am right now. It reminds me a lot of the best of Reader's Poll of Las Vegas. All the best of. Call it the worst of. The people that don't know what they're talking about. The people that pick the shittiest restaurants. Well, now we're going to talk about movies. But first I'm going to have a drink. Pontificus, which is a French wine. That's what we're going to have today. By the way, this is a very special wine. I'm going to hold this off. This wine was given to me by Jerome Schmidt from France. He brought it all the way from France. It's a Grand Cru. 1999, he brought this with him. Jerome, this is for you. One of these days, maybe we'll drink it together, if I don't drink it first. Anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to Jerome Schmidt over in Paris. If he's watching right now. Thinking about you, brother. Thinking about all of you. Haven't seen you in a long time. It's probably been a couple of months since I've done one of these. And boy, a lot of things have happened in the world, haven't they? A lot of things have happened in the world. And a lot more important things than just movies. But to me, movies are important, and I'll tell you why. When I was 7 years old, one of the first movies I remember seeing, 1969, Easy Rider. 7 years old, and I saw Easy Rider. That's where my parents took me to see that movie. I saw Patton in 1970. The French Connection, 1971. The Godfather, 1972. Serpico, 1973. Godfather 2, 1974. All the President's Men, 1975. On and on and on. Great movies. And I was taken to the movies by my parents who respected me, who treated me, well, kind of like an adult. In other words, exposed me to mature themes, worldly issues, national problems, controversy, movies that made you think. Imagine that. What do parents take their kids today to see? What do the parents go to see? Do they go see movies like The Godfather and Serpico, Easy Rider? When's the last time you saw a 7 or 8 year old seeing those kind of movies? Well, I think it's an epidemic of mediocrity. That's what it is. And we're going to talk about that today. Let me tell you what triggered all this, or this wrath that I'm about to explode upon you. Marietta, she wanted to see this movie. It's a brand new documentary that's out nationwide, except for here in Las Vegas that only has 1.5 million people. It's not in this city. She wanted to see a brand new documentary on the life story of Roger Ebert. Now, he's the famed movie critic who passed away about 1.5 years ago from the Chicago Sun-Times. Legendary. He did the television show with Gene Siskel. And it was a terrific movie, way to review movies and see what's coming out. This is, of course, before cable, largely before the internet, when you really didn't have access to, say, all of the diversity of opinions that are out there today. In other words, when Roger Ebert reviewed a film, that was either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That could kill it. That's how popular and how powerful Roger Ebert was. And he was much more than just a movie critic. Much more. Much more interesting man who suffered, obviously, if you know anything about it, he had cancer at the end of his life. Very bravely faced that impending doom of mortality in a very brave way. And a lot of course, people around Hollywood rallied to Roger Ebert's side. A very interesting man. Anyway, there's a documentary on his life, and it's called Life Itself, I believe is the name of this documentary. Life Itself. And it's not here in Las Vegas. That documentary is not here in Las Vegas. And it's been out for 6 weeks in New York and Los Angeles and a couple other cities, and it's not here in Las Vegas. Why not? How come they can't put that movie somewhere on one fucking screen? How many movie theaters are here in Las Vegas? 30? 40? How many movies are in each theater? 10? 15? There's 400 fucking movie theaters and they can't put on one screen? Roger Ebert's movie? Now whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Don't even get me started. I'm so sick of it. Let me tell you what started all this whole thing. I talked about Roger Ebert's movie. Well, before that, about 4 months ago, there's another movie, documentary that was coming out. It had never made an appearance in Las Vegas. And it was on Gore Vidal, one of the most interesting writers and people of the entire 20th century. A great writer. Somebody who changed the way modern contemporary culture works and is. I could give you a biography of Gore Vidal. I won't. You should see this documentary, which I haven't seen yet. It's called The United States of Amnesia. It talks about a real man, not some fictional person that's made up. A real man who lived an extraordinary life and had millions of things to say. Maybe not millions, but a lot. A lot of things that need to be heard, that are applicable. Lessons. Mistakes that were made. No one listens, and no one wants to see these documentaries. What is wrong with you people? You should be ashamed. So I try to look and see what's at the movie theater here in Las Vegas. And every fucking Friday I go to this guide. It's called Neon. I go here every Friday and I check for these movies. And they're not in here. The movies I want to see aren't in here. But let me tell you what is. Let me tell you what's at the movie theater. And tell me if you're proud of this. Listen to this. Where is it? Listen to these movies. Here's what's playing up at the local theater at the Red Rock Stadium. Listen to this. Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy in 3D. On 2 screens. Guardians of the Galaxy. It's about monsters or something. Who knows? Lucy. That's that thing with Scarlett Johansson. It's terrible. It had horrible reviews. Horrible. And it's still out. Hercules. Hercules. Are you kidding me? They make a movie about Hercules, and it's on 2 screens. Hercules and Hercules on 3D. Sex Tape. We went and saw that. I don't know why I was dragged to that movie, and it was awful. It was pathetic. It was disgraceful. It was worse than an Adam Sandler movie, wasn't it? Did you, sweetheart, did you watch it? We nearly walked out of it. What did you? Was it a terrible movie? Sex Tape. Was it awful?
The clips on TV are the best.
She saw the clips on TV and said it's funny, let's give it a try. I gave one fucking chance and it was horrible. It was awful and it's still playing. After 6 weeks, 6 weeks ago, I told everybody this was a terrible movie. And it's still out.
They don't listen to you.
And they don't listen to me. Nobody listens to me. The Purge, Anarchy, that's about some futuristic thing. I don't know. Planes and Fire and Rescue, that's a cartoon for kids. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. It's on 2 screens. Dawn of the Planet. I'm getting tired. I'm getting wound up here. I'm serious. I'm not going to be able to make it through this video. I really am not going to be able to. I'm going to need an oxygen tank. I really am, or a tranquilizer. Seriously, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this. I may stop the tape. I had all my thoughts together. I said I'm going to be calm. When we were talking, I said I'm going to be calm, didn't I?
You can hear it from the street across the street.
They can hear me across the street? Well, they're going to get my opinion on movies.
We're going to have a line. I'm gonna get a small change for admission.
All right, tell them to tune into the website. Listen to this. So they got Guardian, they got and then they got Transformers on 2 more screens. Listen to this fucking thing. Listen to this. Listen. This is what's up the street. Guardians of the Galaxy on 2 screens. Lucy on 1 screen. It's awful. Hercules on 2 screens. Sex Tape on 1 screen. It's awful. The Purge. I don't have any idea what that is. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. They make the best Planet of the Apes in 1968 with Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston. In 68. A great science fiction movie. You can't top that one. I saw that when I was a kid, when I was 6 years old. My parents took me to good movies. Movies that made you think. instead of monsters and spaceships and all that bullshit. So they got the Planet of the Apes on 2 screens. Transformers, what is that about, like machines or something? What is Transformers about? I don't have any idea. I guarantee I'd walk out of that. How to Train Your Dragon, I don't know what that is. 22 Jump Street. What is that? Probably something, you know, whatever. Maleficent, right? Is that a scary movie? They're awful movies. Just fucking awful. And I can't get my movie on 1 screen. I can't get, wait a minute. I can't get Roger Ebert on 1 fucking screen in the whole city of Las Vegas. Not 1 screen. And they put Transformers and Planet of the Apes and all that bullshit. I can't get it on 1 screen. And where's the Gore Vidal movie? Where's Gore Vidal? Makes me fucking sick. It's disgraceful. There's 400 movie theaters in this city. 400! And I can't get it on 1 fucking screen. Are you kidding me? And that's your fault. It's your fault, people. Because you drag your kids to go see these bullshit, brainless, horrible fucking movies, and your kids come out like zombies. And they're filled with violence. These aren't kids' movies. They're filled with violence. Mass killing, monsters, wars, the end of time. That's what they're dragging kids to go see. And they come out stupider than they went in. They really do. My parents took me to see Easy Rider. Easy Rider, I was 7 fucking years old. How come parents aren't taking their kids to see something that's halfway intelligent? They turn out like me, you see? Good grief, people. Seriously? Planet of the Apes? Is that what you want your entire summer to be packed with? Transformers? Fucking sex tape? Oh, it's just ridiculous. It really is. And I forgot where I was going. Wait a minute, I'm not finished yet. Let me tell you some more things about these movies. I couldn't believe this. I want my movie on 1 screen. I'm asking for 1 screen. 1. You guys can have 399 other screens. You can have all the monsters and all the spaceships. You can do all that you want. You can have the whole fucking rest of the universe. Give me 1 screen with Gore Vidal or Roger Ebert or whatever the next documentary is. Good grief, there's a documentary out now called America. And it's that awful conservative movie. At least it's been out for like a couple of months, and it's awful. Gosh, the one documentary they actually put out is like a high school production. It's horrific. It's just, and like I said, it's not really the movie theater's fault. It's the public who doesn't understand that. You know, they drag their kids. They go out to these mindless movies. That's what they run on Netflix. That's what they watch in order on the TV. Mindless rubbish. Rubbish! Tell me if you're better off after watching Planet of the fucking Apes, number 12. Good grief. And you know what they're going to make? Next time they'll make number 13. It'll be even worse. Let me just tell you, I'm going to spoil it for you. I think the Apes win. Maybe the Apes, we should have a movie. The Apes would have a better sense of movies than the humans. Seriously. And let me just give you this. God damn it, I can't see this. Seriously. Listen to this. I did something. I did some research. Because I don't just go into this blind. I've got facts. Let me tell you something. Listen to this. Listen to this. The number 1 movies last week. I mean, this is like they always publish the top movies in the United States. Listen to this. Now, you know, you expect, like I said, let me just read them to you. Guardians of the Galaxy. That's about space, I guess. I don't know. It made $94 million in 1 week. It made $94 million in 1 week. Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm sure a bunch of spaceships blow shit up and all that. And they come, you know, that's what you're dragging your kids to see. I went and saw Easy Rider and The French Connection. And the kids are seeing spaceships. Lucy, number 2. Are you kidding me? Lucy's number 2? Don't these fucking people read the critics' reviews? The most generous thing I saw on this thing was a C. Everybody else gave it a D or an F. Like 6 plots intermingled, and you can't understand a goddamn thing about this film. Oh, but Scarlett Johansson's in it. And Morgan Freeman is narrating. So it must be good. Brainless idiots! God. Get On Up, I don't know what that is. Hercules. Hercules. Well, let me just, what is it? It's about the muscle guy, I guess. I don't know. It's on 2 screens up the street. 2 screens. 1 screen's not enough? Yeah, because I guarantee you go in there and there's going to be a line out the ass of kids going to see Hercules. And I can't get my movie because nobody in this whole fucking city will watch anything intelligent. They go watch Battle of the Planet of the Apes. The Purge, the sex tape, $33 million for the sex tape. That was horrible. That was worse than an Adam Sandler movie. That's really saying something. A Most Wanted Man, a movie I reviewed. That's actually the only decent movie on this entire list. That's based on the John le Carre spy novel, which was one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's last movies. So we saw it 2 nights ago. Actually pretty good. Of course, that means it'll be gone in a week, because it's a good movie, because it makes you think, because it's not like, you know, a spaceship and a monster and a gorilla. You have to actually think and use your mind a little bit. And So It Goes, that's the Michael Douglas, Dan Keaton movie. Transformers has made $241 million. $241 million. Are you, seriously, where's Serpico? Where's All the President's Men? Where's Annie Hall? Where's Manhattan? Where's Network? Where's Rocky? I'm talking about the first Rocky, just to make sure I'm clear on this. Where are all those movies? Where's Patton? Where's all the movies that actually had some substance, some character, some relevance to history and contemporary society that made you think? But here we get monsters and spaceships and Transformers and this and that, and you just come out like a fucking vegetable. And then you go to the goddamn Olive Garden, don't you? Or P.F. Chang's. That's where you belong. That's what movies have become. Fucking Big Macs. Movies are Big Macs. Fast food. Anyway, I'm disgusted. Yeah, I got a sense of moral, superiority about this. Yeah, because my movies were better. And maybe the movies of the generation before me are probably better than that. Because our parents, they saw Casablanca and The Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind, Gentleman's Agreement. I mean, I could just go on and on and on. Think about those movies. It's not just about, oh, my movies are the best. The movies I grew up with are superior to everyone else's. No! The movies before I grew up were very good. Great even. Some of those before that were fantastic. Some of those before that were even better. All right? And some of the movies after I grew up, so to speak, were outstanding. Movies of the 80s. Good grief. And now we're in 2014, a summer, and the best fucking movie is Hercules or Guardians of the whatever? Really? And Planet of the Apes 12? That's the best movie of the fucking summer? You shouldn't be ashamed of yourself. You should be fucking furious. And you're taking your kids to see this shit. Shame on you. Shame on you. Your kids are going to come out like gorillas. Good grief. And you wonder what's wrong with society. Because they don't watch anything that's good. They don't watch any good movies. And their TV shows are even worse. And that's what I'm going to do next time. I'm going to say some things about TV. You just wait.